Hey, what's going on? Got a good video here for you on end of the year 2022, goals and kind of wrapping up this year, looking back on things we need to improve on. And so I'm just going to go straight into it. This one, guys, I stole this, a few points that were really, really valuable that I heard from Dan Kitajima. So if you don't know Dan Kitajima, farmer's agent here and also in Southern California, he's a killer. So Dan, shout out to you. I've been watching your stuff. It's really good. And I stole some of your kind of like goals and tips that you had for your 2022. There was 5 of them. And I'm going to just basically tell you what I would do for these specific 5 that you mentioned for your team. So, first off, you did talk about like increasing your work ethic. It's a must. Everybody should be doing that. That's a given, guys. Like that's very standard. If your work ethic isn't increasing, activity levels increasing, it's pretty simple. I was talking to my buddy who's actually standing behind the camera. Shout out to Senna. It's funny how it simply goes, like literally your activity is your income. Like the more you work, the harder you work, it's going to, determine how much money and salary you make. Your attitude, coming in with a positive attitude, 2022, we're trying to take that to new levels. Keep the positive mindset, do the Monday motivations, do everything we can possibly do and stay consistent. I think consistency is key. And also shout out to Dan again. You're as consistent as they get. So first thing you said was setting your target, like setting goals. So for us, we're really trying to break through new premium levels. I won't put them on here, but I will tell my team, like we have, specific, at the very minimum growing by 1 million per year. So I'll throw that number out at the very minimum. $1 million per year. It's not a huge number. It's extremely attainable. And so for me personally, I'm also trying to pull myself out of the agency as much as I possibly can and really get the team to really start to build and work and grow within itself. And that's how you scale any business. You kind of extract yourself as the operator, actually going in and selling and having your team sell more, which is what I'm striving to do here in 2022. Another thing is like with that, your team meeting, one-on-one meetings with your team, one time every 2 weeks, improving yourself as a manager, helping people get the most out of them. So that's huge. One-on-one meetings, I'm going to be hitting a lot of those once every 2 weeks. Monthly goals. So like these yearly goals are great, like the one, $1 million minimum per year, but monthly goals on top of that, like how much are you hitting each month and setting those on the one-on-one meetings with your team, super important. And then also another thing I'm striving to with goals is the new hire onboarding, like keeping that process streamlined, like the first 30 days almost completely laid out, like day 1, week 1, you're listening to this audiobook, you're watching the training videos, you're learning our management system. On this day, you're learning how to do sales. On this day, you're learning how to, service a policy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And onboarding, really streamlining that process. That's another big one. So that was the first thing, setting your goals, your targets. I think that's probably one of the most important ones. Then Dan also talked about leads and how to get more leads. I truly believe in the relationship game. Like we are deeply in a relationship game. So my big thing for me this year is to increase my connections with loan officers. I'm going to double down on loan officers because that's been working for me super well in the past 4 years almost. And other professionals, hitting more networking groups. Like I need to go out and shake some hands and just keep kissing them babies, just get it going. That's what's been working well for me. And then also just ramping up the outbound lead generation, email drips, text blasts, voicemail drops, killing it on social media. Camden has been our marketing girl, so shout out to Camden. She's been crushing it. So that's another big one. Number 3, lead management systems. We really want to dial in our management system. We've actually just built out between EasyLinks and Rocket Referrals. So anybody in EasyLinks and Rocket Referrals that are listening, sponsor us because we keep shouting you guys out. EasyLinks and Rocket Referrals, we tie them two together. Rocket Referrals helps us keep retention, and EasyLinks is our actual management system. So between them two, we have them dialed in to, get automation going that keeps us in front of prospects for the long term, so they don't forget about us. We do birthday campaigns, we do, welcome cards, we do birthday cards, we do a lot of different things. So it's good stuff. We're really dialed in, and I want to just double down on that. I want that stuff to be completely legit 2022. I want to be crushing that. So lead management, big. Number 4, training and motivation. We use RPOA. So anybody in Jeremy and Kristen, I don't know if you watch these videos, but we're also shouting you guys out. You guys have a great training system. I've learned a lot myself, and we're going to be implementing that minimum once a week for the team. I think training is something that, you can maximize your own team and their potential, and kind of like I was saying at the beginning, pulling yourself out of the business as much as you can, because that is the most important thing you can do to scale and to grow, is people, like Dan says also. And then hiring. The last thing that Dan mentioned was hiring. So continuing to hire and always be having one step ahead. It's a super important thing. Growing the team, and making sure comp plans are legit too. Like our comp plan, we're restructuring the comp plan, the compensation plan for 2022. I'll tell you a scale that we're kind of doing. 10% commission on 0 to 10 policies. 10 to 20 policies, we're scaling it up to 13%, and 20 to 30 policies, we're doing up to 15% commission, which even at times we might be even losing money on if you're selling up to 20 to 30 policies. The agency is actually paying out more than we're actually even getting from these sales. So just to give you an idea, this is the comp plan I'm structuring out just for 2022. We'll see if we change it in the future and how it works out this year. I will definitely give you guys feedback, but just to give you some real numbers, like 0 to 10, you're getting 10% commission. First year's commission, no renewal commission. That's how I structure the business. 10 to 20, 13%. 20 to 30, 15% commission. So you get to scale up. So not only when you do hire, you want to make sure your comp plans are something that are exciting, that people want to sell. And that is it. That's all I got. I hope those kind of little tips, just insight on what I'm doing. Shout out to you, Dan. Like I said, I totally stole this from you. So if you guys don't follow Dan, I'm giving you a shout out too. So yeah, that's all I got. I wanted to dive into that, give you a little behind the scenes. End of the year here, 2021. Let's get into 2022. Let's crush it. I'm a little casual today because we're, just hanging out, keeping it festive. Holidays right here. So really appreciate you guys following. 2021 was amazing. We'll keep these coming, and we will see you guys, and we'll keep you updated in 2022. We'll see you soon. See you at the top. Peace.